Hello and welcome back to the Point to Christ channel. So every day we do these devotionals, right? And they're all different topics, different things that you can apply to life and use to help you on your faith journey, right? And help you go closer to God. That's kind of the point. I want to do a series this week, and the series is going to be based on thankful, just being thankful, where we're going to do as an acronym every single day is going to be something different, right? So today, starting with T, tomorrow will be H, it'll be something different, but it's going to be a way that we can look back and reasons we can be thankful for what God's doing in our life. That's what the whole premise is going to be, right? Still the same kind of devotional, still the same kind of thing, but we're going to focus on giving thanks and being thankful back to God because that's in essence what we really should be doing. So with that, and this is something we've covered before, but it's still very, very important. It's still something that we should really be looking at. And the verse today, we haven't covered this verse, but we've covered the topic, Psalms 9 and 10, which says, "And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee." So today, being T, we should trust in God. We should put our trust in Him. And we should put our trust in Him because just like this says, those who put their trust in you or in thee, so we put our trust in God, He's not forsaken the ones that seek Him and go after Him and try and follow His way, right? Or follow the way that He wants us to live and follow His guides, His rules, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't forsake those. He doesn't forsake anyone, right? Anyone that comes after Him and everyone that wants to live for Him and do things according to His will, He doesn't forsake or give up or ignore or push us off, right? Nobody. And that's really a very profound thing because as humans, we kind of think that there's some people that are just past being with God, but really there's nobody. So we have a trust in Him, or we can have a trust in Him because we know that He will never go against us. People, unfortunately, regardless of how much they say they care or how much they want to care, people are going to do us wrong sometimes. They're just going to, intentionally or not, they're just going to do us wrong. They're going to do the wrong thing. They're going to have their own selfish motive. Maybe they just misunderstand. Maybe we misunderstood them. All kinds of different things, right? We have a lot of flexibility in that. Sometimes people just, they get tired of whatever and they get in the wrong group or they get in the wrong circumstance or whatever. 1,000 things it could be. But humans, people, we try to trust in them, but sometimes it just fails, right? And we have different reasons for that. And it can make it really hard to trust somebody. When you have people that are really close to you or people you should depend on and that constantly do you wrong, it's really hard to trust others. And it's hard to regain that. Trust is one of those things that it takes a long time to build, but it can be like that and just gone. And then once it's gone, it's really hard to rebuild it, right? It's really hard to get it back. Real, true trust. It's really hard to really establish that. As people, when we do different things, I'll give you my word that I'm going to do the best that I can, but sometimes I miss the mark. Sometimes it happens, right? But with God, it doesn't matter because He gives us His word that we can trust Him. We can be there with Him and then He'll never go back on that. He never abandons us. He never gives up on us. He never quits on us. Doesn't matter. Right? So we have something and someone we can put trust in and that He will always be there. So it's an easy thing to really think about trusting Him, but it takes practice. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of going down those dark tunnels and those dark paths and just the hardships of life. Right? That's where that's built. You don't build trust by just showing up and, hey, I trust this person, or I trust that person, or I trust God, or I don't trust God. A lot of it's based on experience, right? I have people in my life that I trust fully with everything that I have, with my life, with my family, any possession I've got, anything that I have, I can trust some people. I have some people that are in that category, but it's because I've been through and walked through some really dark places with them, or they've always stood beside me and they've shown up when I needed someone to show up, right? That's what really builds trust. We have to have someone there that shows up when nobody else does, or just shows up when other people do, but show up when we need them. That's how we should be doing to other people, whether it's family, friends, other Christians, our church family and friends, doesn't matter. The people that are in our lives that we want them to trust us, we have to show up and show out when they need. God does that. Every time we need him, every time I've ever needed him, he's been there. He's shown up and he's been accessible when I need. So keep in mind, you can trust God, and don't just take my word for it. Like I said, it takes wear and tear. It takes going through trenches. It takes going through trials and problems and tribulations and all kinds of things. But try them and see what happens, right? When you go through a problem, you go through those situations, try and see if God's there. Try him out wholeheartedly, not just halfway saying, oh, well, if you're there, can't give him bargains or ultimatums, but you can trust in the fact that he will be there. Ask him for help, ask him for guidance, ask him for peace, all kinds of things like that in your trial, in your moment, in your issue. He will be there. If you're trustworthy and you're able and willing to trust him, he will fulfill that trust. He will not abandon that and just leave you high and dry and leave you hung out. Even the people, as I said, the people that you care about the most and you think are just there regardless, they may still do, even if they don't intend to, they may still do you wrong, but he never will. So when you go through your trial, go through your situation, even if you're not going through a situation, you're just asking for whatever, and you just need something to rely on, you can trust that he's going to be there. Good times, bad times, valleys, mountains, doesn't matter. He's going to be there and he's going to be waiting. We don't understand his ways. We don't always understand why things are happening, but that's okay. We don't need to, because we don't see the full end and we don't know what he knows. But that's okay. We can still trust in him. That's kind of the point of trust, is you don't know, but you still follow and you still believe that your best interest is there and being kept up. So I hope this is a blessing to somebody. I hope this can help you to establish a trust with him and trust him wholeheartedly, 100% above all other things. So be sure that you do that. Be sure that you're putting your trust in him. I appreciate you coming along. Appreciate you being here on the video and being, on this journey. If there's anything that I can do to help show you how you can trust God, or help in that kind of way, or you're just struggling with those issues and things, reach out. Let me know. Glad to help. Glad to do whatever I can. I hope you have a fantastic day today. I want you to remember, God loves you. I love you. And I hope to see you again tomorrow.